Alright, here's part 2 of the 600 watt pure sine wave inverter. I have it hooked to my EV battery, and this has plenty of power. I can run this thing for hours at max load. But what we're going to do is we're just looking at the inside, and I noticed through these vents here, when I max load this thing, there's a red light or something that comes on in here, and I want to see what that is. So today I'm going to catch it on video, and we're going to find out what that is. So I'm going to flip the light or the switch on, and it's going to turn this 300 watt halogen, and I'll also have this drill that I'm going to run, and we're going to see if I can make this red light or whatever it is turn on. So here we go. I'm going to turn it on. Goes through its cycle. The light slowly turns on. It starts at a low voltage and then slowly goes up. And then I'm going to hit the drill, and we're going to see if where the light comes on. Right there. Here we go again. Interesting. It's like it's got a special board just for going over the limits of this thing, because it lets the voltage dip quite a bit. Like, you can watch the light of this, and the voltage only dips like that though when you're going past the 600 watts. So I like this inverter a lot. It's a lot better than the 300 watt that I had, and I was just curious about this light. Everything else seems to work real well on it. And I want to compare this. This is a 600 watt pure sine wave inverter to this 300 watt Go Power inverter. And we're going to see if this 300 watt Go Power can run what this one's running, which is a 100 watt halogen plus a drill, which takes 3.5 amps. So we'll see. It has a higher startup surge, obviously, but I'm going to cut back in when I'm connected there. Alright, now we're connected to the Go Power inverter, pure sine wave. There's approximately 75 to 80 amp hours worth of LiPos in here, so it's got tons of power going to it. Going through this breaker. This breaker acts pretty much just like a switch, and we're going to turn it on. Lights on. See if it'll start the drill. And it does. That is impressive for a 300 watt inverter. It does the same thing as the other inverter does. It dips in voltage. Wow, that's impressive. Just the fact that this inverter, this is 300 watts, and that's running a 300 watt bulb plus a 3.5 amp drill. So this is actually outputting, this is surging double its output power. So this is doing as much power output as this one can, which is extremely impressive. Alright, now let's see if we can run this inverter to its max and the other inverter to its max off this power pack and see what the voltage dips down to. Alright, so here's the setup. This halogen and this drill is connected to the 300 watt inverter, and then this inverter is going to have this 300 watt halogen and this Ryobi bandsaw. So this inverter's on. Let's start off by turning, oops, there. Now this inverter's on, running that light. This inverter's on, it's going to run this light. It's running that light. Everything's running off this battery pack I made. So the wires are running into here, and these wires are also running off just a ton of these little, essentially a bunch of these. Essentially, just in packs, kind of like this. And I made about between 75 and 85 amp hours worth, something like that. I haven't tested it fully. I've pulled 75 amp hours of this and it was still running, so that's how I got at least 75 amp hours. And I want to see what I can run from this today without the wires getting too hot. Now, these wires, the connection here is already getting warm with 60 amps running through it, so let's make this quick. The inverter's having a hard time starting it. Now let's get putting out full power, and we're going to try the drill at the same time. This is all running. Nothing got too warm. Everything feels alright. Alright. So past that test, it's still running. 300 watt light there, a 300 watt light there. I'm very happy with the setup. I'm wondering how well this meter did. It's only rated for like 50 amps or something like that. Anyways, just checking all my wires. Want to make sure everything's good. Everything seems fine. So I'm going to stop my test. And thought I'd like to just show you guys this little system I have set up for camping and stuff. I run a fan all night long off this. I can do it for a few nights in a row. No problem. They keep us cool. And yeah, I just want to show it off a little. It's not complete, obviously. There's room for more batteries. I want to get these wires put away nicely, but it does close up nicely in a self-contained unit. And I thought I'd share this. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos.